and boys and girls at home, we just wanted to show you a little bit about place value. And if your child is needing some extra help with place value, we wanted to show you some things that you guys could be doing at home and some of the ways that we are teaching and some of the vocabulary we are using here at school. So if we have a number like 34, what we're talking about when we say place value with a number is we're talking about if you were to make that number, like with tens and ones, how many tens would be in that number, which is the threes place here in this number, and what how many ones would be in that number, which would be the fourth place right there. So some things that we do here at school is we would have them make the number, so we could use 10 sticks and ones. So that number has 3 tens and 4 ones. Okay, what we also are working with the kids on is writing, when they see tens and ones, how many 10 sticks are there? There are 3 10 sticks and there are 4 ones. Okay. The hardest thing it seems to be for kids is the expanded form. And what that's asking them to do is expand that number into the value of the tens and the ones. So if we were to look at the 3 10 sticks we use to make that number, we're kind of asking ourselves, okay, each 10 stick has 10 cubes in it, 10 ones in it. So if I were to count all of those ones inside all of those 10 sticks, I would get 10, 20, 30. There are actually 31 in all 3 of those 10 sticks, plus the 4 extra ones we have, and that equals the number 34. Okay, sometimes the kids want to say 3 plus 4, and then we ask them, does 3 plus 4 equal 34? No, that equals 7, so it doesn't make sense. So here are some things you guys can do at home that you don't need any additional paper for or anything like that. One thing you can do is you can give your kids a number like 26 and you can ask them to draw, okay? And when we draw it in first grade, we're using just a straight line to show 10 sticks and we're using circles to show ones. So they would draw it like that. 2 10 sticks and 6 ones equals 26. You could have them, you could write a bunch of numbers and they could draw it. You could do it the opposite way where you draw it and they have to write the number. Another thing you could do is give them a number like 66 and they have to say how many tens are in that number and how many ones are in that number. So now we're talking how many 10 sticks would be in that number, and if they get stuck, they can draw it. So there would be 6 tens in that number, and there would also be 6 ones. So that's something you could do. An expanded form practice, I think a lot of our kids could use practice with that. And if we would give them a number like 42, we would ask them your tens plus your ones. So the value of your tens, and again, if they need to draw it to help them, then have them do it. So we're thinking, okay, that number has 4 10 sticks, which really is 10, 20, 30, 40 ones. Okay, that number holds the place value of 40, and we would have 2 extra ones here. Okay, and that should make sense to them that 40 plus 2 equals 42. So you could do this a couple ways. You could give them the number and they could write the expanded form, or you could give them the expanded form like this, 60 plus 8, and they would have to tell you what that number is, 68, okay? So I hope this is helpful. I hope this gives you some ideas on how you can help your children at home with place value. Please let us know if you have any questions.